Charge up your game with excitement. Highest odds on the market. Coverage of all live and pre-match events. Place your bets with solid bookmaker and win with your favorite teams. Take what's rightfully yours with GG.bet.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the StarLadder Minor Close Qualifiers here for Europe. We're into Game 3 of our B stream, match 3, excuse me, of our B stream. Between Optic and GL, also known as GamerLegion. It would be nice if I could see the full name on the screen, but I digress. I'm the Eternal J. We're taking you through today's proceedings. The best of 3 here in our penultimate opening match of the bracket. One of these two teams will be progressing for a chance to face off against either Mouse Sports or Virtus Pro. That match coming up on the main stream. For now, though, for the Optic GamerLegion matchup, plenty of great action to be had between these two squads. I honestly think this one could be quite close. I think the talents in these lineups are relatively alright with each other. I would say that I think most people expect Optic to be the victors. GamerLegion did win out the fan vote over on HLTV, so it depends, really. First map is going to be Train, picked by Optic. Not that common a pick, actually, for them. I mean, yeah. It's quite curious, actually. They haven't really won it that many times. They've only played it 5 times in the last few months, so seeing Optic come to the forefront with this, kind of surprising, but let's see what they can do on CT side. The defuse kit out for Nico, and the HE for MSL as GL just rushed straight into the B-bomb site. One player at close, the headshots coming in for Tesses to start things off. Taps on towards Existence as Optic Gaming side hold down the line. MSL does come up with a frag back on Nork. Scream will trade it, should get the bomb down as a result here for the GamerLegion side. Indeed, taps on taps to the likes of Tesses, keeps him at 2 points of health. He's the lowest HP player, but a 4 versus 3 retake regardless. Config will be able to strike alongside Refresh coming up towards the top of the white trains. And Hampus, last man standing, back in the smoke. 16 points of health as it dissipates. Config will catch him in the back of the head, get himself a 2k, and get a retake for Optic Gaming. A defuse will come through. And a nice pistol round for the Danes. Of course, GamerLegion being a bit of a relatively new project, and I want to say it's too new because it has been around for a number of months. But you know, compared to some of the other teams that are playing together, and one of the newer squads in the European minor, some really big talents. I do think. I think there's a potential that this whole thing could go quite the distance. Interesting that Optic Gaming are playing with stand-in today. Tesses standing in from the square roster. Standing in for Snappy, if I'm not mistaken. Again, it's quite curious because, as far as my knowledge, Snappy is the IGL. I mean, MSL can easily take control of that whole role and do it himself. We'll see what he can do, though. AUG on his hands for this rifle round. Of course, the eco coming through from GamerLegion. Boost up, try playing the positional advantage as Hampus takes out Nico to kick things off out towards Ivy. Flashes over Nork straight in, the Glock moving in towards the old hell area alongside Existence, spray back from Config and get himself a double kill as well, so no troubles for him. MSL will go falling back over towards the Ivy push. The CT's upgrading the bomb control, but trades are coming in from the CE side. This could do some serious damage. Scream with a scout in play, taps on towards Refresh. The Eagle down, can't quite take him out, so 18 points of health. Eventually Tesses will swing out and get the kill, so 3 for Config. Anti-Eco shut down. Two 2-0 start for the Optic Gaming lineup. Orgs in for 4. FAMAS out for config. AKs and AWPs back in for the rifle round. Obviously for GamerLegion, that's what everything's building up to. Nork with a glass cannon orb, so it won't be 100%. Still will be enough to go out towards the initial face in the apartments out to the brown halls for HS. Noak's down on towards ramp, play the initial utility game for Optic, but not get anything done against GamerLegion for the start here. As MSL faces up towards upper, takes out HS, sprays now with a double kill, looking for the triple, knows that AWP is there, sees the gun barrel, Nork will get a shot off, but not get the frag. Meanwhile, Config coming in from the back lines, comes in for the back stab, drops that bomb, and although Refresh will end up falling, it's still a 3-for-1 trade. Make it 2 for Nork, but in the end goes falling to the aggression coming in from TSS. So Hampus last man up, 1 versus 3. Backstab only really works with the T-side forces on the main push stay alive, and unfortunately they won't today. So 3-0 for Optic, good start. GamerLegion down to the eco for this next one. Deagles in, Glocks on 3. Eco will come out for GamerLegion. Deagles in CZ's P250s. Kevlar and helmet for HS as well, but not much other than that. Very slow around for GL, obviously. The player's eco is pretty slow, as we saw in the second round, and they tried to get the D lap on the boost spot. For 40 seconds, and they do not have a defined push ready. They will put some flashbangs over to the B bomb side, but bomb's still yet to make its way in. One player committing at this stage as Nork does strike out towards T-Con, falling in the rotation. Config down, Refresh will trade it back, low HP, and instant 3 frags for the CT forces. They do dismantle GL, pre-standard stuff again. Bomb dropped in existence with no real way in. 17 seconds on the clock. We'll take out one quick kill that AUG picked up. MSL right around this corner, ready for the face in existence, looking to save this AUG. There you go. Counter-terrorists win. Eco round done. Max loss bonus for GamerLegion. Buys will come through with the AWP in for Nork. Unsuccessful earlier on in the rifles, so let's see if they can turn it around and finally get their first on the T-side board. Optic so far, it's a decent start. Expected start, though. Scream will start things off out towards T-Con, facing in against Config. Config will burn him back, though. Damage being done by the CT player. No insertion for GamerLegion at this stage. It's Smokes up, 2 players now joined by a third into the brown halls and 2 defending for the Optic half of things. The AWP obviously for MSL ready to strike first on towards the ramp position. A little bit of utility coming out trying to prompt in a rotation. It will keep the AWP over on the B bomb site as the actual hit comes through towards the A site it seems. Tessus getting down 1, the kill comes in against Refresh, opening up A. Hampus moving in to try and block off Connector so the bomb plant can get secured by GL. 3v3 retake, roughly even standing in terms of the HP advantage. Tessus and Nico coming in from Connect to the AWP of MSL, going to come in from Ivy. And Tessus boosted up on top of ticket booth, ready. Take contact above the bomb train. Hampus does backstab in against MSL, deal with him, man. Advantage gained by GL, and CT's continuing to move forward. Nico in a 1 versus 3 as he loses Tessus, can't see Existence. Will catch vision onto Nork, turn around for him, he knows roughly where Existence is, but he can't get the kill in time. Not enough time to go for this one. Existence knows it, he'll fall back, save that AWP. Nico will go up in smoke as well. First on the board. Nades in to do early damage to the T sideline of Hampus. AWP for Mars out for Tessus. Taps up from Nork, doing no damage. It's Optic for the force buy, so they're going to be playing as passive as possible. Try not to concede any of the early frags or tags against GamerLegion side. Hampus round the corner against Refresh, sprays on through, takes him down. The AK in play. Trying to face out towards Stopper, trying to catch some sort of CT vision, but Optic just not giving anything away at this stage. GamerLegion do have insertion into the A bomb site. I imagine Existence will try work off the back of this, but not swinging into Refresh, not taking out anybody. Not seeing anybody from Optic again. They're just playing away, not allowing GamerLegion any sort of room to breathe. 30 seconds on the clock. MSL watching with the AWP. Expecting T-side players to come out of T-Con. Indeed, they will. The spray in from Refresh, though, gets down Existence as Nork goes falling. HS with a trade back, but MSL is still here, watching out for his backup. Takes him down. Scream, 15 seconds. No chance to get this bomb to the site, not on 4 points of health. And Optic with another confident defensive will hold their line for a 5th on the CT side. Tactical timeout will be called by GL, not having the best of starts here on train. Here's Optic's map pick, so, you know, needs most. And Optic pretty heavy favourites in this one, currently making their mark known on the CT side. AK's picked up on 3 players as well. So much weaponry recovered from GamerLegion. AUG on Refresh and possibly a force buyout for GamerLegion. Yeah, HS going to buy into the Kriegs. Down to $2,000. Whether the others will reciprocate with rifles, we're about to find out, but hesitant on the buy for the T side, and yeah, they'll go back in and just take Deagle's P250s to the fold. Scream with a bit of a heavy investment than the rest of his teammates. GL player towards the brown halls for the moment here. 3 players, including the Bomb of Existence, with the majority of the utility. Hampus. Deagle in hand, looking on to smokes past the bomb site. HS dropping down, flashes over. Krieg in to do damage to MSL, not take a significant amount of it, and then the AWP be able to chime in for the first frag onto HS. He goes falling. TSS strikes on towards Resistance, and Nork trades back 2 for 1 overall. Bomb plant will be secured. 4v3, Deagle's in for... Not going to happen for Scream. Refresh comes up with a kill as well. Nork trumps back to a 1 versus 3, but... Got to ace clutch this, and now MSL knows where he is. Seeing the peak up at the top of White Train to the right-hand side as well. The face will come through, and eventually the backstab from Config will wrap up. Optic Gaming do not need to face aggression here. And Refresh will be able to finish the job with Config taking the man down. 6 on the board for Optic, looking confident as ever for the CT side. Just a default play from Optic right now. Playing as far away from GL as possible. Orbs in, AK's out, AUG's in for Optic as well. Flashbang's over from Nork as he... a bit of a room to breathe for Existence in the end of flash, counter flashbang. And Nico sets up Config for the opener. TSS strikes onto HS, meanwhile towards up with the B bomb site, and Config ready for Hampers as well. Spray lands to the flick of the headshot instead, so... Scream... Last man standing for GL. I'm probably going to fall down to the hands of Refresh here. Very confident coming in from Optic on this map. And there you go. Full Brazil in for the CT side. Molotov's out, the AKs on 3 players again for Optic, and one of which will strike immediately. Refresh down on Nork. Taps from Hampus, we'll get a trade back on the likes of Config, so that's 1 frag found, but the Krieg, excuse me, in for a bit more. Actually gets the double kill onto Nico, taps off his head. Or flip back for MSL, will be able to respond, but GL have done their damage, and they make their move into the B bomb site. P250. Loses his teammate in Scream, grabs the AK instead, and the bomb's going to get cut off at the ramp area. So TSS with 2 frags. Back towards Cross, looking left-hand side of the bomb train. Eventually gets his triple. Not half buy, quasi buy, whatever you want to call it, buy for GL. Will be dismantled, but doesn't really matter that much. They have got a buy in this round. This is where GL need to start winning some more rounds, though. 8-1 on the CT board. Optic are dominant as of right now. The rifles come back in again. Nork with the AWP, no utility. 4 sets for Scream, Existence, Hampus, and HS. Krieg's out, AK's in, AWP out for MSL on the Optic side. Playing out towards upper in the B bomb site. HS will try and challenge him all the same. Molotov going down immediately to try to force him off angle, and he will be able to do so without taking face. Actually, MSL going to aggress even further, and HS ready for this. Flashbang at the ready. MSL fades it, flicks back in and gets the kill, opening things up for the Optic Gaming side. Existence will try and adjust to get the trade back, but MSL will just concede the map control. He's got all he wanted and all he needed. An opening kill. Man advantage for Optic, full control of round 10. Bomb on the back of Scream. Well, it can be on the back of Scream. It should get picked up towards Tekin in a moment's time. Flashes in, Molotovs over from Existence, watching out towards upper, checking out lower. Only man playing out, lurking over here. Nork and Hampus, 2 players that remain towards Ivy. Face in, refresh will take him down. 2-man advantage for Optic once again as GL just give up these frags. Hampus also facing in, no utility support, so for refresh it's an easy secondary kill. And last 2 players remain, rotating over the B bomb site, Tesses and MSL. Ready to lock down the crossfire, the AWP looking on towards upper. Was the AK. Molotov down to try and stop the quick push coming in from Existence. He will get taken out immediately after the first kill coming in for the T side. Trader comes in from Scream, but he's in a 1 versus 3, so he's got to get a clutch and a half together. Plant down for default, backstab in from Config again. 2 players up towards Connector. Can't bottleneck them just yet. Flashbangs in, Config spots, sprays, and takes him down as usual. There we go. Nice round from Optic again on the retake. Nice openers. Felt like they may have not even have lost 5 players. 9-1 on the board for the CT Forces. GL. Still with max loss bonus. The bomb plant will give them a little bit extra money, so they should be able to buy up. And indeed, the AWP from Scream get passed over. Even Nort's going to get that on out? Yeah, seems like it. Yeah. AK at the feet of Scream as well should be pretty decently set here for the buy-up, but it still will be pretty limited on utility sets, so GL not ideal. And again, they need to start winning rounds because kind of required at this stage. Up in for MSL, watching a nice angle on Scream. He takes him down. Kicks things off for the CT side once again with an opening frag. HS, jump facing in towards catching Config off guard, but want to be able to take any damage right back. No kills going out towards the pop dog position, but slight HP advantage for Config and the rest of the CT line. He will fall back out and defend the actual bomb site itself because it looks like the hit about to come through over to T-Con. Nico also there for the crossfire. He'll take the brunt of the defensive as Config watches out from pop dog and ready to round that corner as soon as Hampus gets out of there. Nico tapping up, leg down by the AWPer here. Spray in from Config, gets Hampus, HS will trade it, and Existence makes his way in, spots out Nico, spots out the other one, and gets him down, but Nico there with the trade, dropping that bomb, 3 versus 2. Flashbangs in as Nico is extremely low, he's going to have to rely on MSL and Tesses to do the damage. And MSL will be able to take out HS, spray in from the AUG, and Nico will finish off the job on Nork. 3 alive, 10 on the board, Optic. Dominant as anything right now for the CT side, and there seems like nothing that GamerLegion can do to even frag back or even hold a stance. They're struggling very hardcore in this T side. Quick hit coming through from the half buy of GL, a little bit utility damage done to HS. Further Molotovs coming in, nades it eventually. Nico will be credited with the kill, but it was a team effort with so much utility being thrown down. He even gets a second on Nork. Good deagle from Scream, that's a decent start. Nico down from 1-1-1. Hampus also gets Config out, 3 versus 2. Bomb plant will be secured. Optic coming in from A2 and Connector trying to spray do wallbang damage from Tessus underneath that train. It's going to be a bit more of an awkward spray and completely out of position against the Existence. Smokes up, refresh spots on 2, takes out only 1. Now 2 on 2 with smoke down for Tessus, can stick the whole ninja there, also pressed back over the T-Katan. There you go. Damage done to Scream. Hampus also being suppressed. The Molotov will keep them back at bay, and the defuse will come through. Not contested by GamerLegion. As Tesses takes out Scream. Almost takes out Hampus. Vice versa could also be set for the T-side player. But Another one on the board for Optic. Ten rounds in the lead. GamerLegion are struggling. Struggling hard at this stage. Nades up, standard damage done out towards the Ivy position, but no real kills going the way of Optic or GL. Config will watch out on top of Blue Train. Smokes down, flashes over, going to keep the T side at bay. Well, the flashes in from Nico, trying to force them out of T-Con entirely, but... ...60 seconds. Still left to go. Flashes in from HS, going to try and give his teammates a bit of an opportunity to peek back up. We're going to respond to this. In the end, 40 seconds remain on the clock. Ooh, but Hampers inserts himself behind. Refresh going to get tapped up in the back of the head, and Nico going to be wary of this. Config trades, but Nork and Scream trade right back, and finally GamerLegion find their way on to the bomb site with a confident hit towards A. Looks like they're going to secure a second. MSL will face, but gets sprayed up by Hampers. 2 kills to his name, and Tesses, last man standing. Back over the round halls, GamerLegion will get the bomb plant down. And at this point, it's just Tesses to save the AK. And finally, it took them a very long time to get things going here. 7 rounds in a row for the CT side, and GamerLegion will have their first. Plenty of money flowing for the CTs, so shouldn't see a major buy issue from Optic. Into the last couple of rounds with a bit of an opportunity at this stage. Spraying from Existence, takes out Tesses. Does take that AK out of the hands of the CT side, but again, they've got loads of money, so they should just be able to buy up here. AWP in for MSL, AUG's on 2, Config and Refresh also buying up their regular weapons. Lacking utility for MSL, but again, this is the AWP, so it's not too much of a problem. Meanwhile, Scream has the AWP. Kicking things off out towards the brown halls. Gonna get an opening pick on the likes of Tesses out here. So Nico sees some utility coming in towards T-Con, but not seeing anyone from the T side. Molotov's down, and in the end, Tesses will be forced to fall away. Back onto the B bomb side with not a whole lot of CT support. Nico will get there in a moment. Most moment that potentially the GL side could have struck, but not to be. MSL, AWP in, ready for the shots. And Hampus ready for the death, apparently. First casualty out towards the A rotation. Full Ivy control conceded by the T's. Optic happy to take that for an opening kill. And now they stack up 3 players on the B bomb site. If GL commit to this, it'll be a bad omen. Meanwhile, Config holding down in Pop Dog, ready to stall for time and keep the rotations coming in for the CTs if he goes falling. MSL will already be here with the AWP watching on towards T-Con. Perfectly placed nades from Tesses will do damage to HS. Existence flash of the raid, drops down, spots Config, sprays and wins out the fight. No major rotations will be called in, but Refresh will still keep Pop Dog completely cut off. Existence on 4 points of health, and Refresh moving closer and closer here. 35 seconds for GL. So Existence refaces and goes down for his trouble. Man advantage regained by Optic. MSL strikes on the HS, deals damage to a 2-man advantage. Make it a 3-man advantage. Not the last man with the AWP. Flicks on towards the first man. Got to get the second behind the bomb train. Not seeing MSL at the edge of the smoke. 17, 16, time's ticking away. Nico will spot, spray, and deal the final frag on to the GL side. 12-2. Optic might miss a beat here or there, but as soon as they do, they try and right back. Optic push deal from MSL super close to try to get the opening pick. He may be successful as well. Also got confidence to back him up in case they do make it past the smokes. Existence, Molotov's in, trying to get himself out. Tessas, meanwhile, pushed up aggressive towards upper, takes out the first man of HS. Switching out of the AK as his teammates get suppressed out. 2 kills for Nico as he drops that bomb. 5 versus 2. And this is going to be a round for Optic. Based on the way the rest of these rounds have gone. Quick playing from GL and just gets shut down by the firepower base of Optic. I did say I think it could be interesting. Apparently I may have been wrong. In the scopes in from the AWP upstairs, they know that he's in upper. Nades coming in, almost body blocked, and that would have been just disastrous for Nork. Benji's second nade will force the peak, and he goes down. Existence 1 versus 5 for control the bomb site. Facing up. What's that refresh? That's 1 frag, but now Tessas ready. Wrapping back in from the backstabbers config meanwhile. And as usual, he will get the kill. He will get the 13th for the Optic Gaming side. GamerLegion. At this point, need the pistol. And don't get a pistol, they probably won't be able to get this map, probably won't be able to do anything from here on out, and train at least. Dust 2 will be the next map. Hopefully they can have a bit better luck on this one. I guess it kind of was expected that Optic would be able to smash them on their map pick. That's exactly what's happened at this stage. Flashes on 2 players, 4 in total. Smoke for MSL, Molly for Refresh, the Molly smoke set up for Nico. So Optic have a defined idea of what they want to do here. Flashes out as config, looking to lead the charge into the A-bomb site. Hamper spotted and tapped up, looking on towards Pop Dog. So HS is there and he opens that up with a frag. Looking for existence in the back lines. He'll burn alongside Hampus. Lots of damage done by the utility coming in for Optic. They push the bomb to the bomb site. Nico also in flanking position in Pop Dog. Config rounds the corner and spots out Scream, spots out existence, deals with him, double kill. Coming through for Optic, 5 on 3. Hampus in the back lines will get himself 1-0 with the trade back, but he's the last man standing. And Refresh will deal with him. So 14 on the board. Optic. Another quick pistol. Face out and around here for the T-side entries against the pistols. The eco will be dismantled as you would expect at this stage for Optic. Burst in existence, gonna go down. Scream will come up with 1 good frag, but and a second. Okay, hold on. 2v3. Nork traded back though, and Scream still got a lot of work to do. Facing against Refresh, thinks him down, looks for Nico as well. So much damage done by this one man alone, Scream. Unfortunately, can't get the control, can't get the round for the CTs. So, map point for Optic. 13 map points for GL to try and come back to. You gotta imagine this is probably not gonna happen. We'll find out. Quick setup from the T's, go out and in to the B bomb site. Look at the aggression from Hampus. So close, backstab in, 2 T-side players locked out. That's GG. Config, can't do anything against Hampus. 3 kills to his name. Decent events held out by GL boys as they keep their line held. At least for a moment. Round over. Confident for once. Hampus with 4 frags. so used to saying Optic win rounds that I honestly thought that was a confident round for Optic. I wouldn't have been surprised. Either way, Galil's in, Deagle's out for 4 players. AUG's in, AK for Hampus. GL do cling on to a bit of a lifeline again. Forced buyback from Optic, could concede another round for GL. Most likely will with the Deagles, unless they can do some serious damage with these pistols. And burst in from HS will catch off Config, burst down, take him out. Scream starts things off with taps on taps to take out MSL's head. Nice start again for GL. 2 T-side players facing around. The bomb on the back of Config will be here as well on 14 points of health. Resistance. And there's 1 corridor. Config. Boost up refresh. That way the high HP player with the rifle can get the frag back. Potentially against Existence. He does trace him the edge of the smoke, take it back to 4 versus 4. Great flash support here from GL, and many more players for Optic to find. "25 seconds remaining. Oh, there's the favour of HS. Bomb actually does rotate to the B bomb site. Potentially they could get a plant out of this. Yeah, they will. Hampus hearing Nika coming up will take him down, so bomb plant security, taps on taps to the second player. And TSS, last man out towards upper. Hampus. Then she gets that frag, so, you know, there you go. 3rd kill, 4 rounds, GL. Climbing the mountain of 11 rounds left. Hampus kicks things off. Config trades it back. CZ for a bomb plant at least here on the eco. Not going to face him by refresh. This might do some damage, but 3 on 3 traded back by HS as he turns back around. Keep the control out. Config facing forward with the AK. Takes a spray on the first man. 2v2, now 1v2 with the P250 for TSS, all that remains. Diffuse kits on both players. Smokes can go down. He's going to put it right on the bomb site as well, so Existence up to face up here. TSS taps on tap, spots the 1 man, spots Scream as well, and in the end the Diffuse will come through. 5 on the board for GL. And the rifles come in for Optic here. Sitting at 3 rounds, lost bonus plus that bomb plant. AWP for MSL, AK's coming in for Refresh and Nico. Config and TSS will follow through as well with full one sets of utility for every single player on the T side. Smokes in, flashes over, Hamper straight in, straight up, straight out. TSS sprayed down to start things off for GL. The Legion have found their rhythm. It took them a whole map to get there. Can they keep it going to the overtime, though? That's the real question. They've got such a long way to go that even though they are looking confident right now, Optic only really need to adjust for 1 good round, and that's what it's going to really take for them to win the map. Flashes in. Existence gets punished. Krieg in for HS, tries to spray back down, but the AUG kill does not come in as MSL chimes back with the AWP of his own right. Man advantage gained. Still got players watching out. Scream over towards the A-bomb site here on the T-Con angle. Might catch Config for a frag, and little do they know on the T side, the GL have no presence on the B-bomb site. They made their way into it as well, so this actually could be a hit successful and a very difficult retake for GL if they have to go for it. Eventually they will get the sense to go back. Read on the fact that there is no presence from the T side whatsoever, and Hampus confirms their worst fears. Molotov in, AWP out, and he will get shut down by Nork. Hampus going to make his way in, try and find a frag on somebody back here. As the AWP of MSL. They get caught off guard by Scream. Flash in, Hampus does get down Nico. Scream going to turn back around towards MSL, but Hampus still being challenged by the T side line. He's got to move quick. They don't have time for this. They've got to get Scream into position with the defuse kit. Config gets sprayed up, and eventually MSL takes out Scream, so it's all left to Hampus. Ace clutch for him, and it's not going to happen. Config does end it off 16-5, and the confidence is broken down by a much more confident Optic side. Very, very good from them. It was truly a green wall passed up in front of GamerLegion, one that they just could not overcome. We're going to go to a break, and Dust 2 is our second map picked by GamerLegion. Let's see if they can have a bit better luck on that one. Don't go anywhere. Be back in about 10 minutes or so.
Charge up your game with excitement. Highest odds on the market. Coverage of all live and pre-match events. Place your bets with Solid Bookmaker and win with your favorite teams. Take what's rightfully yours with GG.bet.